Yeah, so they doing it's called Superman and Lois, not Lois and Clark.
Yeah.
Remember Lois and
I
Clark?
remember Lois
Well,
and Clark.
Yeah,
Dean
that was
Cain
actually
and-
right. Dean Cain. I can't remember what was
I do not
the
remember.
female to play Lois.
Yeah.
She ended up being movies, right?
Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, that was pretty popular. That went on like four or five seasons or whatever.
Yeah.
And that kind of get it. You knew what that was. That was kind of like pretty much. I ain't gonna say a soap opera, more like a teen. What are those?
Sort of a daytime drama.
Yeah, like a daytime, basically a soap opera, but they with the added element of being a superhero show too.
Yeah.
So they kind of weaved in the relationship problems or a relationship drama
Yeah.
problems with superhero.
They kind of like it was kind of a. Think Superman 4 meets like Friends.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, basically. And then you got Smallville, which kind of kicked off a lot of this superhero. Is it more like a teen drama? Would you call that?
yeah.
Superhero teen drama meshed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they only, it was always one or two. They had the Flash show was a different thing, and then you had your what's that? Party of Five. That's one of. But what's the one that's big? 90210.
90210, yeah.
So basically, it's like take 90210 and what if they actually had secret identities as superheroes?
Yeah.
And that's what that new Flash show is like. All the CW that's their formula.
Yeah.
That's their blueprint.
Pretty people are people too, That's pretty much their formula.
Pretty people, and those pretty people, when you say, where you been? Where you been? They've been out saving the world.
Yeah.
And
But they can't tell anybody.
so if you were a comic book fan, it's kind of like a take it or leave it because it's more heavy on the teen drama to me than the superhero stuff. It's
and what's weird about it is they try to build in like, no, we can grow this up a bit, when we need to.
Yeah.
But then it's like, so why are we still on some teen drama ish?
Well, all the hardcore comic fans kind of like abandoned this stuff because a lot of when it first kind of kicked off, a lot of people that's comic fans was like, "Oh man, they making this show," and when they start watching it about a couple seasons, they was like, "This is not what I want."
Because it's like Arrow was basically, look, we can't make Batman, so we'll just make Batman and plug in Green Arrow.
Right. So Arrow got a lot of fans in, a lot of the teenage drama fans in.
Yeah.
They pretty much took over this genre where they still superheroes, but it's more for teenagers, single moms, and cougars, and because every time people that talk about it like at work, it's all like women, and it's like they talking about Arrow, they talking about Flash. Stuff they'll never be interested in.
Like when Flash,
because they love the drama.
When Arrow first came on, I remember I was talking with a coworker about it, and I was a little annoyed because they had basically just cheated this one character storyline to fit what they wanted to do. I'm like, but the character's got a much better story in the comics. No, that's cool. But have you seen Stephen Amell with his shirt off?
Yeah, right. So they don't really care about the comic book origins and the being accurate on the comic book stuff. It's more like that they want that drama.
They want drama and pretty people wearing leather.
Pretty people, and the drama of the relationships, stuff that we don't give a damn about, stuff that comic book people is like, okay, spend 5 minutes on a relationship, 55 minutes on the superhero stuff, we good. Yeah. No, they spend 55 minutes on a relationship and 5 minutes on superhero stuff.
They didn't even fight any crime in this episode. They're supposed to fight crime? Okay.
Yeah, well, we want more about what's going on with his divorce, not what's going on with the saving the world.
Look, he's got a custody battle coming up.
So they've been continuing with all the CW stuff, and I ain't been keeping up at all. I just I watched like a couple seasons of Arrow, and I was like, okay, this is too much drama. I watched a couple seasons of Flash. I like some of it, but it just turned into too much drama. And I was out after like Flash, and then Supergirl I never even messed with.
Like I was never that into Supergirl just because I'm not that into the character in the comics.
Right.
And then like the their production value was never very good.
Well, it's just they just kept doubling down on everything that comic book fans didn't want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they had the Superman in that series, and what's his name? Tyler
Hoechlin.
Yeah. I thought this guy looked nothing like Superman. When I say, I was like, why him? Like, and it is like, is it good enough just for Superman to be a white guy with dark hair? Like, that's what I'm thinking. People, that's what I was saying. Like, y'all, it seemed like y'all don't care as long as he ain't black. I was like, because I remember everybody was pitching a fit when they was talking about the whole idea of Michael B. Jordan not as Clark Kent, but as a Superman from another world.
And there is a black Superman
right,
on
from
Earth 2.
Yeah, from another Earth or whatever. And everybody was pitching a fit or
Which
whatever.
he has a really good look for that character.
Yeah.
Too.
And I was like, okay. So, and I was like, this guy, though, don't favor what Superman looked like at all.
He looks more like Plastic Man than he looks like Superman.
Yeah, he kind of looked like that guy. So, anyway, they got a spinoff from the...
and I don't know who decided. They were so good in Supergirl, we need to give them a show.
Oh, but see, this is going to pop because this is they just cater to their audience.
Yeah.
Now you got a relationship drama.
Yeah.
So this is Superman and Lois.
Which is what their audience wanted.
Right. So they're going to keep they same. They lost all their comic book fans, but they got all the women that like these kind of shows. They got them anyway.
But then
that's where they going.
Like I understand that the folks who run CW right now didn't want to get into all this superhero stuff in the first place.
Yeah.
It's just when they took over, Smallville was big and Supernatural was big.
Right.
So they kept making the not quite action shows.
Right. And I was like, I ain't mad at them because they know what works and they know their audience. It's just the fact y'all taking all these superhero properties inserted to the teenage dramas.
We won't even talk about what they do in the Archie.
Yeah. So anyway, let's watch this trailer. So they came out with it's a teaser for Superman and Lois. So let's see what we got.
We all begin as one version of ourselves. But as we grow, life changes us. Every moment shaping our character, shifting our priorities, stretching every fiber of our being until we think we've lost ourselves to the stress of it all. But that's not true, because under the torn fibers is a stronger person, forged like steel, with the courage to fight for those we love. And what we thought was lost can be found in family.
Okay. It was just a teaser. What you think about that?
I'm not interested. Look, this is my problem, right? So, like, one, that was a horribly made teaser for any show.
It was so bad.
But, like, no, because, like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, as a comic book fan, I was waiting for this to be, like, a Final Crisis teaser. Because, like, this looks
Come
like...
on, man.
No,
what you thought?
because, look...
I don't know why your expectation was high.
No. No, this is why. Because I could easily see him being Superboy Prime. He looks like a guy who just woke up with Superman's powers one day.
That guy, Tyler, Hoechlin.
Yeah.
It's what looks so weird to me. Not weird, but just don't look right. His cheeks are so sunken in. It just looked like he
looks like a skinny guy who's been hitting the gym.
But see, right, I'm saying he ain't skinny though. His face has got that weird look, sunken in look. Like he's on drugs or something.
Like and nothing against the guy, but he doesn't have like Superman level charisma. Like when he stands up and says something, I'm like, yeah, whatever, man.
But you know what? I can overlook it because, well, one, I ain't gonna watch it, but
right.
because I guess when I watched a little bit of that scene when he was on the Supergirl, he actually, he didn't do too bad and getting the character down or whatever.
Yeah.
He just don't look like him. But my thing is, they show like a younger version of him. Yeah. That guy look more like Clark Kent than he do. Just whatever. It's another universe. Whatever. I don't care.
I don't have it in me to get excited for his version of Superman.
Yeah.
This teaser doesn't like make me want to see this show.
But see, the thing is, it's gonna be more about his secret identity, Clark, right?
Like, even
more
then,
of his relationship with Lois.
Even then, like, because this is part of my problem with this idea of we can focus on stuff other than them going out fighting crime, saving the world. I'm like, okay, Clark Kent has some good stories to tell.
Yeah,
like he's a reporter who's always deep in some stuff. However, I doubt their ability to tell any of those stories.
Well, it's going to be about. My guess it's going to be about how him and Lois fell in love.
Okay.
From they, dealing with whatever they deal with or whatever, and then they end up falling in love.
Again, both of those characters have very rich stories. Mm-hmm. I doubt the ability of this establishment to tell them.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm out. I'm not. I've been out the CW for a long time anyway.
Yeah.
I just thought we'd check it out. I wasn't expecting much. You sound like you had expectations.
No. I'm just saying, like looking at this trailer, like the effect they chose for like showing all of these flashbacks, I guess.
Yeah.
All these different periods and moments. I'm like, it just reminded me of like Superboy, like trapped in that his interdimensional prison, punching on the walls.
Now I heard they're gonna do something like that. That might be what they was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they did a whole little Infinite Crisis kind of deal, and like I said, I've been out so much that I just been catching little glimpses on other people's channels. Oh, they doing this, they doing that, but I don't really know. But I heard they were supposed to be doing something like Crisis on Infinite Earth.
They did that. They did that. It wasn't all that.
I wouldn't expect it to be.
Like, even for it being a CW show, it wasn't all
right.
that.
But they did open the door for stuff like this where it's a Superman from another dimension.
They closed the door on stuff
well,
like
I was
that.
saying that...
Because they basically said there are no more other Earths.
Oh, they did that?
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say...
Everything got folded into one. So.
Oh. Well, I was just going to say that... they open the door for the audience to know that it's other versions that they could, watch. For not casuals, but casuals or people that are not into this.
Basically, what they did,
that didn't understand why is it a different,
So what they did basically was, so our main demographic doesn't like that. Sometimes they go to another Earth to figure out how to solve this problem because that's too much comic book nonsense for our audience. So we're just gonna simplify it so that if they need something from one of their friends, they just pick up the phone and call them. They have like a 15-minute long conversation and they get caught up and figure out who's dating who and what's going on with that, yada yada yada. All of our daytime drama, romedy stuff, and then we give
Romedy.
rom-com.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
And then we give you a brief shot of them wearing their super suits, stopping a crime that either one of them should have been able to stop in 5 seconds, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. But, like, they use all the superhero stuff from the IP to excuse why their show exists. Mm-hmm. And then they make the show that they wanted to make in the first place. That's all this CW stuff is.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Well, I had said that they take a teen drama and slap the superhero name on it. That's all they do. And it's like they got our audience. They stole they stole our property to they got in the little they got in the people that never would, because I remember hearing from people at work that I know they had never like superhero stuff, but they was talking about Arrow like it was the greatest, talking about all the characters, and I'm like, but you'll never get them talk about the actual Marvel movies, but they like the Arrow verse because
walked into
it's
conversations that I thought were about comic books and was like really excited.
It's equivalent to I ain't gonna say, I don't want to sound sexist. I was like a bunch of women just talking about soap operas. I just remember my mom just talking about soap operas like it was real life, and I used to think that she was talking about like real
so
people.
And so did
you think they talking about real people the way they talk about it. Yeah. So
I can't believe Felicity would choose Oliver over Barry.
Yeah.
What?
So I don't know. It was it's all right. Like I said,
It's just not for
us. If I hear something that piques my interest, I might give it a gander.
Yeah.
Doubt it. That and then his cape, the way it's like on it looked like he made it himself or something. I don't know. It's just like, why is your cape like that, dude? Who are you?
Oh man, like look, I know we've talked a lot of stuff about Henry Cavill, the way he plays Superman.
Yeah.
But like, if you just stand Henry Cavill in front of a fan and have the wind blow his cape, he looks like Superman. You put Tyler Hoechlin in front of that same fan, it's like, oh, that guy's cosplaying Superman. Good for him. You know. And considering the show isn't going to be a very super show, you know.
Don't.
No, I mean, like, I don't mean super in like a play on the Superman thing, but like, it's not.
How could you not?
It was a play on superhero, but you know, it doesn't feel like a superhero show.
So
it feels like
you don't even be trying to puns. You just in your sleep you could just do puns.
Apparently so. It just doesn't feel like a.
Well, don't fly off the handle.
Anyways. It just it feels like a sorry excuse to sell a show, you know.
Yeah, we know that's what the CW is.
Pretty much.
Maybe we should. Well, CW is just like, I guess they still work for Warner Brothers,
yeah.
so it's like it ain't like somebody stealing their stuff. They
Yeah.
just got an audience for. This is more for the women, I guess,
like,
and the movie universe for the guys.
Because I can't remember the woman's name that took over the CW back in the 2000s. Like, she was really annoyed that she couldn't cancel Supernatural and Smallville.
Yeah,
because they were just doing too well.
Yeah.
So like,
she's like, you know what? I got an idea.
Yeah,
I'm going to insert what I want into this superhero stuff.
Right. It's like, y'all, since they keep, Warner Brothers gets, needs to change they pants every time someone sells them a superhero show. CW got to put this stuff on because it was like I think like they got ripped by Warner Brothers because they didn't want Supergirl when it first came up. So
yeah,
and
whatever. I don't see what they got to lose. I mean, shit. I'll try anything.
So like
Aquaman
I guess,
show,
NBC, I think,
Plastic
had
Man
it first.
show, whatever.
Like they like that was like a major coup for NBC that they stole a DC property from CW.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It did start off on another network. So anyway, that's our reaction for the Superman trailer. Superman and Lois. We didn't talk about Lois at all, did we?
No.
The lady girl. Who's the lady playing Lois?
Betsy Tulloch.
Yeah. She looks weird. Like, they look weird. Both of them look weird.
Oh, you know what? I think she was also... No, that was someone else. Never mind.
Well, it's their interesting choice for those characters. Maybe they said, let's not get the pretty people. Let's get the people that like... They both look like fucking ghosts or something.
Well, you know what it is? Like, a friend of mine put it this way. It's like, CW basically builds their whole talent pool on people who are almost attractive.
Uh-huh.
So it's like they're just...
Well, I figured I thought they used like either boy band or female pop stars.
Just anyone who managed to make it in a Glee club can make it on CW.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They usually I think these people want to be pretty people, but they not. Where I'm saying like, yeah, I think you fit in, but I'm looking at you. You not.
Well, it's like I remember reading some
that attractive.
When Flash first took off. Like one of the things that people kept saying, Grant Gustin, the guy that plays Flash for the TV show, like this, like they were coming out talking about like his chest looks weird when he's doing shirtless scenes.
Okay,
like it was savage, man.
Well, anyway,
but it's just there's always like notable appearances, but not always necessarily for good things. Just like if they're at least attractive enough,
right,
they make it.
I know. I mean, yeah, it's just they don't fall in line with what I've seen.
Like this isn't
before.
Fox, okay?
But anyway, we're gonna move on. That was the Superman and Lois trailer.
It's a thing that's happening.
All right, so we're gonna move on.